Welcome to What's Up With That, where we bring you educated discussions on national news, international and entertainment news to you. We're your hosts, K. Dominic McKenzie
and Leandra Joseph. And on today's episode of What's Up With That, our panelists will be discussing police brutality, domestic abuse, the popular debate between iPhone and Galaxy, and the recent leaking of celebrity news.
Hi, welcome back to What's Up With That. So today we're talking about police brutality. You guys have seen Twitter, I know you guys have seen Facebook. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's honestly, it feels like this generation's civil rights movement. A lot of the things that's going on in Ferguson, Missouri, and other places around the country feel a lot like what happened in the 60s with Martin King and with Malcolm X and the marches and things like that. So I think we're experiencing a resurgence of Black identity and Black sense of purpose now. I think we're all becoming more unified as African Americans after the events of what happened in Ferguson, after the tragedy that happened there.
I think one thing, though, that I think is really important that we all kind of take for whatever is happening, you know, whether it be police brutality in Ferguson, Missouri, or I don't know if anybody else saw the video of the woman who got beat down for jaywalking, is that, one, there needs to be better accountability with police, and second of all, we need to have better tools with how we deal with the police in general.
Yeah.
I don't think enough of us know what we should do when we get, even getting pulled over. I had a friend tell me something I never heard before, is to talk a cop through what you're doing. So if they ask you for your license and registration, you say, okay, I'm going into my purse and I'm taking out my wallet, which has my registration and my license to it. So that, and turn on all the lights in your car. These are things that people don't know what to do, which kind of escalates the situation before it really has to.
And go ahead.
I want to know, why is it that as a Black community, we need stuff like this to always bring us back together? Why can't we just stay together?
That's true.
Why is it that every single time a young Black person is shot or killed or abused, this is the time that we choose to band together instead of banding together all the time, so that the police don't, or whoever's attacking us doesn't find us alone?
According to the National Domestic Violence Hotline, on average, 24 people per minute are victims of rape, physical violence, or stalking by an intimate partner in the United States. In recent weeks, the NFL has come under scrutiny for their negligence in handling Ray Rice's domestic abuse case.
Just, if you think about the Ray Rice situation, it didn't blow up until TMZ released the video. The NFL knew about it since February or something like that, for a few months now, and didn't really get the attention it's getting now until TMZ released the video of the elevator scene. So because social media likes to sensationalize these things and just blow them all out of proportion, the Ray Rice thing is receiving such national coverage because it's a controversy now involving the NFL and involving Ray Rice and his fiance at the time as well.
Are they married now or what?
Yeah, they're married.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm, I guess, in the middle as far as if he should keep his job or not. I don't know if that's, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't
But
think.
the media, when this case first was released, his punishment was a 2-game suspension.
Yeah.
Right.
And from then on, before the media even got their hands on, before TMZ even got their hands on the tape, it was only 2 games. Now he's suspended indefinitely. The media pretty much multiplied his sentence like tenfold.
Well, that's what happens when you know your stuff that's in the dark comes to the light. You have to handle it differently.
But
now.
none of the facts of the case changed because the NFL knew about the video at the time they gave him a 2-game suspension. They saw the video, allegedly they saw the video at the time they gave him the 2-game suspension. It wasn't until it blew up on social media that they backtracked and increed the punishment because of how
that's just bad
it became.
publicity. Like when you sign a contract to be in the NFL and you're making
That's
the money
true.
that you're making, you don't get it for free.
That-
It comes with a cost.
Yeah. That's
Because it always comes with a cost. It's never something that's just here for free. So you knew that you were bringing bad publicity to your environment. That was like grace, but then everybody found out about it, and that's kind of what happened.
Exactly.
Right.
And think about if they just suspended him indefinitely and we didn't know. People will be going crazy trying to figure out what happened to Ray Rice, what happened to him. And then the speculation would probably be more because we wouldn't know what happened and we would feel like we deserve to know as people, we would deserve to know. So I think that now that's out in the open, 2 games, okay, people can get over that, but now that they know, they have to, the NFL has to make some decisions as far as what they're gonna allow.
Sources say that the iPhone and Galaxy debate is one of the most heated amongst two mobile phone companies in recent times. A few years ago, Samsung was chided for releasing a phone that most compared to the size of a refrigerator. However, on September 19th, Apple released the iPhone 6 Plus, which is nearly 3 times the size of the Samsung Galaxy.
Thanks, guys, and welcome back to What's Up With That. All right, the big news in the tech world this week is Apple's release of the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus and iOS 8. Now, how many people here want the iPhone 6 as bad as I want the iPhone 6?
I'm gonna raise 2 hands. I'm phoneless right now, but I want to be the first one out here with the iPhone 6 Plus.
You don't think it's too big?
Nope.
I'm scared. I'm not ready. I just got my 5S in December, and I love it. It feels like a phone. I have a phone and an iPad for a reason. I don't want it to be like the same
Why
thing.
are they trying to marry them?
Right. Like, I actually
Why?
make fun of people on campus who have the large phones, and I like put it up to TVs to see if it's a remote. Like, I'm not ready. Just let my phone be a phone.
I'm a small girl. I'm 100 pounds. I'm little. My hands are little. That phone takes up half my face. I don't have time to. Hey, you know what? Sooner or later, it's gonna be the size of like laptop screens. It's gonna be us holding this up to this big. We're just gonna go back to the big supercomputers, basically.
It's kind of
These
funny,
phones.
though, how technology went big, then small,
Yeah,
now it's going back
super big,
big.
yeah.
You know the interesting thing though, when people talk about the whole like Steve Jobs and Tim Cook dynamic, you know, now that Steve Jobs had passed away, it's just so interesting how their jobs are different. Like Steve Jobs was the creator of Apple. His job was to be innovative. Tim Cook's job is to keep Apple running. So even though I don't want a Plus, it really caters to the group of people who may not be able to have a phone and a tablet. It
Yeah.
really catches people right in that middle bracket where everything kind of makes sense. So I think it was genius. I just don't want one.
Not to be the devil's advocate here, you know, since I'm team iPhone all the way, but you know, Samsung did do the big phone 4 years ago, and nobody liked it. Like, oh, it's too big. Oh, it's too big. And Apple was like, oh, we're never going to go that big. We're never going to extend our lines past the 4-inch. No.
But Steve Jobs hadn't passed away yet 4 years ago. That was his
He would
vision.
probably, well, he's probably
He's
rolling on
rolling
his grave
over
right
his
now. I know he
grave.
is.
Apple has a way of doing things, even though they may do things that Samsung has done in the past, they have a way of doing things better or
I agree.
perfecting
Yeah.
the things that Samsung has tried. When you look at Samsung, their software doesn't get updated as regularly as Apple's does.
That's honestly annoying, though.
99% of mobile viruses are on Android software. So even though Apple may take some time to get it, but I think perfection takes time.
Yeah.
So they take the time to perfect those things that Android wanted to be the first to do, not the best to do.
Okay, so I know we're all talking about it. So let's just take a while to discuss it, shall we? The recent burst of celebrity nudes, yes, you heard me, has been very shocking. Now, I'm sure a lot of us Adventists were especially surprised this week when we saw Megan Good. Now, we know she's the wife of Adventist producer Devon Franklin, and she unfortunately had her nudes leaked all over the web.
And welcome back to What's Up With That, guys. In recent celebrity news, there's been a leak in a lot of explicit photos from our
Explicit.
celebrities. So what do you guys think about that?
I think it's hilarious actually. And I looked online and said that there are 26 different celebrities. It's a hack, so it's not like people are throwing their nudes out there.
Well, so that's what we think.
Well, that's what we think.
That's
There
what we
may be
think,
some who
speculation.
may be doing it, but I think it's just so unfortunate. But it's hilarious at the same time. The 26 nudes got leaked all in a week.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are trying to blame the celebrities like, oh, you shouldn't have taken the nudes in the first place, or you should be more careful with your nudes. But at the end of the day, they're the victims here. So we can't blame the celebrities for taking the nudes. They did what they believe to be in the privacy of their own home
I
or in the
agree.
privacy of their own phone. So
Nudes are so. Did anybody pay attention to all that whole thing when text picture messaging came out and they're like, don't send anything you wouldn't want the whole world to see. And you're a celebrity and you're gonna send nudes. I mean, honestly, I don't know how bad I can feel for you at that point.
But in the same breath, and people could say what they want about me for this, these are grown people making grown decisions. And yes, we're Christians, so we like to look at things through a certain type of lens. But if you're grown and you're in a relationship and you have a significant other and you're sliding them a picture of a nude because that's what you feel like doing, I can't be mad at you about that.
I agree. And also I have to also take into account that these celebrities are on the move. And a lot of times their relationships are over miles and miles, different
spice it
seas.
up.
All,
They wanna
you know what I'm
spice it
saying?
up.
Sometimes, Sky might not do it for you, okay? You want someone to take with you back to the crew, whatever, that's fine. But, I just think, it's a little
That's why-
sketchy.
Some very interesting views on this program.
Yep, I agree. Some crazy things too, huh?
Right. But unfortunately, that is all the time we have for today.
Thank you for joining us, and be sure to tune in again next time when we will discuss some more topics that I know are on your mind.
I'm Leandra Joseph.
And I'm K. Dominic McKenzie.